The question of who benefits from the war in Ukraine is complex, as the answer depends on whether we are looking at the short-term profits of specific industries or the long-term well-being of entire nations. Years into the conflict, by 2026, it has become evident that for most participants and the global economy as a whole, the war carries colossal costs. However, there are certain sectors and geopolitical players extracting definite advantages from the situation. Look at the details. They tell a story more profound than news headlines. Factories in Pennsylvania and Bavaria, which until recently operated in a single, leisurely shift, are suddenly burning lights through the night. Heavy steel presses thud in the steady rhythm of an industrial march, stamping out 155mm artillery shells. Workers receive double overtime. Mayors of small industrial towns joyfully report rising tax revenues. The military-industrial complex. This is the most obvious group of beneficiaries, the US and Europe. Defense giants, Lockheed Martin, Rheinmetall, BAE Systems, etc., have secured record orders, not only for supplies to Ukraine, but also to replenish the depleted arsenals of NATO countries. By 2026, European nations have allocated approximately 800 billion euros toward rearmament programs through 2030. Russia. State defense enterprises are operating at full capacity. This has created a temporary military Keynesianism effect, where massive infusions into the defense sector support GDP growth, even as it risks overheating the economy. Those standing behind the scenes never get their boots dirty in trench mud. They don't need to. They have already integrated this conflict into their long-term financial strategies, hedged their risks, and calculated their net profits. Great history knows no such concept as justice. It only knows the laws of the conservation of energy and the movement of capital. Geopolitical players. The United States. They have strengthened their leadership within NATO and almost completely pivoted the European energy market toward American liquefied natural gas, LNG, displacing Russian pipeline gas. China. It has gained access to cheap Russian energy resources and significantly expanded the use of the yuan in international settlements, strengthening its position as an alternative financial center. Russia has become a massive market for Chinese automotive and technology industries, where Western brands once dominated. India and Turkey. These nations have become key hubs for resource resale and parallel imports, profiting from their neutral status and roles as intermediaries. With every month of this protracted war of attrition, the network of those profiting from this catastrophe grows wider, entangling the globe in invisible but sturdy threads. The tension rises as we begin to follow the money trail. Energy and commodity companies. At the start of the conflict, the sharp spike in oil and gas prices brought windfall profits to global energy corporations. By 2026, the situation has stabilized, but the market redistribution has locked in new supply routes that favor providers from the US, Qatar, and Norway.